Hi all. Barnet Chess Club last night played in the Lawrence Cup final against Wood Green, and this is a 30-minute tournament where we'd reached the last round, so one game each, white and black against the same opponent, a 4-player match. I was on board 3 against Ali Kikio, so he played white and he played e4 in the first game. I played the French defence, knight f3, and now I played d5. And now he took on d5. I was expecting actually e5 perhaps, and a maybe b4 later as a surprise weapon, because he's delayed his d pawn. But actually he took on d5 and now played d4. And now a little surprise that I usually play him in blitz against the exchange French is g6. So it adds some excitement to an otherwise very, very sterile position. It probably isn't very good, but I've had good results of it. Bishop d3, bishop g7, castles, knight e7. So I like having my knight here. So if they do bishop g5 later, I've got f6 for example, or the knight can come to f5. I often like trying to play on the light squares in this kind of system. So bishop g5 he did actually play, so I played f6, bishop f4, knight bc6. So I'm pressurising a bit the d4 pawn, but actually he plays c4 here. Castles, knight c3, bishop e6. By the way, I'm actually I've reconstructed this game from memory so that it might not be 100% of what happened, but it does look to me as though it's very close. So he played c5 here, and now I lashed out a bit on the king side with g5, bishop g3, and now I played queen d7 with the idea of playing a later knight f5 to harass both g3 and the d4 pawn. a3, but I don't want to do this at the moment because I'll be losing that c pawn. So bishop takes, queen takes, bishop takes c7. So I first protected that pawn on c7. After h3, knight f5, he moved his bishop back to h2. So he's got kind of an annoying bishop here, a London system bishop just tucked away there. Rook fe8, and now he played knight e2. And I got kind of interested in ideas like rook e4 at some point in this game. Doesn't quite work here though. But I like the idea of being able to build some pressure here at least with rook e7 to try and double rooks. Queen b3, so it's hitting my b7 pawn rather annoyingly. So I retreat the knight. He goes back to c2. I play bishop g6, protecting that knight on f5. Rook ad1, and now c6. I don't mind about this weakening here because I'm going to bring my knight here to protect that square a bit. b4, knight f7, and now a4. So I play a6. So his queenside attack actually looks a bit dangerous. He's going to, exploit that bishop as well. So bringing a rook there later could be quite dangerous for me. Queen b1, rook ce8, and now Rybka just thinks carry on with b5, but actually he played g4, which maybe gives me some chances now. Knight h4, and even though I'm accepting double pawns in this continuation, I get some good play. He took on h4 and I took on d3. Queen takes d3, and now g takes h4. So let's have a quick look. I've got this terrible bishop it seems, but I have got access now to the g5 square for the knight. And potentially this is a weakness here on h3, and I've still got this nice pressure now on the e-file, so I was quite pleased overall. King f1, knight g5, knight f4, so this knight's coming in to h5, so I think he's playing very well. I mean, it's only a 30-minute game, and so I play rook e4 here, knight h5, and now I actually take the opportunity to play f5. I'm trying to weaken these pawns a bit and get to his king a little bit. He took on g7 now, and I took, so he played check, king g8. And here, actually, Rybka thinks black's actually better now. He played f4, and apparently there's a very good move, rook 8 takes e5, which I didn't really consider that much. Let's have a quick look at that though. Rook 8 e5, take with the f pawn, fg, and black's better here. I think that does look very good. Also, if he took the other way, then also that's not so good. d takes, just check, and then fg. So I didn't play that. I played just what I thought was a good positional move, just taking on e1 just to get the knight to e4, because I'm very pleased with that knight. But g5, and now I had this plan of h6, but first I play rook e6 to be able to recapture, just in case I need to. Rook b1, so his queenside attack's actually quite good here. H6, and now he plays b5. So I take on b5, takes, and now I take on g5. Instead of recapturing on g5, he just takes on c6. I take, and he plays check. And I was thinking, can I get my queen round the back? If rook e8 takes queen e8, my queen can come round the back here to help this knight. But actually, after rook e8, he wasn't, I thought, in slight time pressure, about 5 minutes left. He played actually a disastrous blunder here. He played queen b1. Can you spot the winning final move? I'll give you 5 seconds starting from now. I played just knight d2, and that was the end of the game. He resigned there. So that strategic knight, knocked him out tactically there in the final thing. So in the first round, actually, we won overall 3-1 in that first round of the night. And so there was going to be a second game, which I'll try and video annotate after this. But actually, let's have a quick overview and summary of this 30-minute game. So there's a French defence, but I played my g6 system, which I've had great success in blitz. So the symmetry has kind of been broken by unusual moves by both sides. Well, it's a different plan to the most sterile variations of the exchange French. So here I've got this plan of doubling rooks on the E line, and I was pleased with that g4. It gave me some targets now on his king side and let me get control of that e4 square. So I didn't mind f5, losing this potentially bad bishop for that knight. And here, okay, I must have missed this rook 8 takes e5. So I played this, and he was back in the game a bit here. Maybe slightly better because he's got this b5 coming. However, he has to be careful about my queen and knight, I think, coming in. But he played a terrible blunder, so he lost to knight d2. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Please leave any comments on YouTube. Thanks very much.